Dinah and the Shechemites. Now Dinah, the daughter of Leah, was born to Jacob, went out to visit the women of the land. When Shechem, son of Hamor, the Havite, the ruler of that area, saw her and took her and violated her, his heart was drawn to Dinah, daughter of Jacob, and he loved the girl and spoke tenderly to her. Shechem said to his father Hamor, "Get me this girl as my wife." Then Jacob heard that his daughter Dinah had been defiled. His sons were in the fields with his livestock, so he kept quiet about it until they came home. Then Shechem's father Hamor went out to talk to Jacob. Now Jacob's son had come in from the fields as soon as they heard what had happened. They were filled with grief and fury because Shechem had done a disgraceful thing in Israel by lying with Jacob's daughter, a thing that should not be done. But Hamor said to him, "My son Shechem has his heart set on your daughter. Please give her to him as his wife. Intermarry with us. Give us your daughter and take our daughters for yourselves. You can settle among us, and the land is open to you. Live in it, trade in it, and acquire property in it." Then Shechem said to Dinah's father and brothers, "Let me find favor in your eyes. I will give you whatever you ask. Make the price of the bride and the gift I am bringing you as great as you like, and I'll pay whatever it asks me. Only give me the girl as my wife, because their sister Dinah had been defiled." Jacob's son replied deceitfully as they spoke to Shechem and his father Hamor. They said to them, "We can't do such a thing. We can't give our sister to a man who is not circumcised. That would be a disgrace to us. We will give our consent to you only on one condition, that you become like us by circumcising all your males. Then we will give you our daughters and take your daughters for ourselves. We'll settle among you and become one people with you. But if you will not agree to be circumcised, we'll take our sister and go." Their proposal seemed good to Hamor, and son of Shechem, the young man who was the most honored of all his father's household. Lost no time in doing what they said, because he was delighted with Jacob's daughter. So Hamor and his son Shechem went to the gate of their city to speak to their fellow townsmen. "These men are friendly toward us," they said. "Let them live in our land and trade in it. The land has plenty of room for them. We can marry their daughters and they can marry ours. But the men will consent to live with us as one people only, on the condition that our males be circumcised, as they themselves are. Won't their livestock, their property, and all their other animals become ours? So let us give our consent to them, and they will settle amongst us." All the men who went out of the city gate agreed with Hamor and the son Shechem, and every male in the city was circumcised. 3 days later, while all of them were still in pain, two of Jacob's sons, Shimei and Levi, Dinah's brothers, took their sword and attacked the unsuspecting city, killing every male. They put Hamor and his son Shechem to the sword and took Dinah for Shechem's house and left. The son of Jacob came upon the dead bodies and looted the city where their sister had been defiled. They seized their flock and herds and donkeys and everything else of theirs in the city out in the fields. They carried off all their wealth and all their women and children, taking as plunder everything in the houses. Then Jacob said to Simon and Levi, "You have brought trouble on me by making me a stench in the Canaanites and the Perizzites, the people living in this land. We are few in number, and if they join forces against me and attack me, I and my household will be destroyed." But they replied, "Should he have treated our sister like a prostitute?"